I'm Fiona, this is Stephen, and Chan will be helping us as we go through the grading syllabus for Aikido Kenkyukai Orange. This grading group of grading techniques are for Ikkyu. You'll also need to be familiar with grading techniques from the earlier gradings.
And in particular, Tachi Waza, Shomanuchi, Ikkyu through yonkyō, particularly at this level, and Ikkyu, the previous level.
Ushiro, ryōte, dori, sankyō.
Okay, Ushiro, starting with dori grip. Uke comes in, sees the opening, comes round. So we bring, this is, sankyō is the one that's different from the other sort of three with the pins. So we take the sankyō grip in this position rather than taking it later on. So the hands come together, we drop under, turn to our partner, and from here, so we're moving our partner by moving our hips in, and we step around in front as we cut down. Front knee down first, back knee second, and we'll see the pin in a minute from the other side. So hands come together, take the sankyō grip, drop under, turn into your partner. You should be able to do this with one hand, but we use the second hand as a guide. But this is the hand that's producing the momentum. And then we cut as we step around in front. We'll just adjust our position so that you can see the pin. Front knee down first, back knee down. From here, so we've extended in here, control this position. Here we swap hands. This goes up, rests on just below the shoulder. This, the backhand, the hand furthest away from the head, draws that elbow into our hara. We sit up nice and tall, and then we can turn from the hips. So that was Amote, Ura. From here, once we've moved out, if we start moving Uke back, then we have to go into that position where it's sort of going into the same position. So from here, we just slide in and turn. Again, hand goes down to control the shoulder, front knee, back knee, change hands, sit up nice and straight, turn. And one more.
Ushiro, ryōte, dori, yonkyō.
So we're going to change Uke nage each time with this set of techniques. So drawing in, we're going to yonkyō. Hand that's grabbed first comes up the center. Come underneath, you take control here. Then you adjust to the yonkyō hold, making sure that the base knuckle on the index finger is pressing into the soft flesh on that wrist forearm area. Then sword action comes through the head, cutting to the floor. Foot is underneath the elbow or upper arm or shoulder, and elbows moving towards the floor as you move in with the hips. So we're doing the Amote version, taking control here before you adjust. Cut through for the yonkyō pin. Let's do an ura version. You step out underneath the arm, then you're stepping behind for irimi tenkai. Take the yonkyō, now again irimi tenkai for the pin. Let's do one more.
Ushiro, ryōte, dori, irimi, nage.
Okay, swapping back, the nage. So the hand that's initially taken comes up the centre line, as we do with most of our techniques here. Then we cut out. So nice and free flowing here. We can drop to our knees as we do in the earlier versions of the nage, but we don't have to do that in this one. The important thing is to get the nage grip on the back of the neck, get into this ura position behind the uke, and just open. And of course there's no pin.
Thanks, Stephen-san. Ushiro, ryōte, dori, shihō, nage.
Swapping back.
So shihō nage. Coming up the center to face your partner. This bottom hand turns as if it's holding a dinner plate in it. It grips the underside of this bottom hand wrist, then moves through. So you're sweeping it across Uke's body using your back hip. So not just an arm movement, the hip turns the body to turn your partner. Then you bring the second arm underneath. So my forearm is under his forearm. I step through, pivot, elbow up. So his elbow up to come into the shihō nage. Oh, sorry. Is that right?
I think this is
Same side, I think. Now, coming up the center. So as my hand moves up, I don't just lift my hand up. He can be too strong for me to lift that up. I'm moving my hara down as my arm draws up. You can see my elbows in. If I try and lift with my elbow out, it's very, very hard work. So elbow in, coming up the center line, hands going up, but hara, hips are dropping down. Turning underneath, facing your partner. Gripping that bottom hand, and this forearm is moving his body because it's connected to my back hip. So back hip moves, forearm follows, his elbow goes up. As you can see, my knees are bent. As I draw my hand down, my hips come up. Shihō nage. So let's have a look at the ura version. So coming up to the center, same start in that I'm gripping here. This top hand comes down and I step behind. So less drive through the elbow that you would use in the omote, but more rolling around your uke. One more look and then we'll change. Thank you, Stephen-san. So that is the end of part 1 of Ikkyu grading technique.